Hi, I'm Mark Gatterdam. I'm one of the owners of Hardwood Artisans. This is one of my partners, Kevin Carlson, and this is his assistant, Hector. We're going to show you how to assemble a hook-style bed system. When I say hook-style, I mean any of our beds that is constructed utilizing a hook on the band. We build several beds this way, and today we're going to show you how to do this on an artisan sleigh, but it could be one of several style beds. They're all done exactly the same. So it's pretty straightforward. It's probably the simplest bed to assemble. We're going to start out with the headboard. These are referred to as the bands. Over here is the footboard. And right here is the decking system, or slat system, as we call it. So Kevin's going to go ahead and set this up with Hector. We're going to start off with the headboard. In the house, you'll want to place it near the wall so that you don't have to slide the bed too far. And this is going to be probably as simple as can be. You have two bands. You're going to want to roll it into the slot, and there are two steel pins that it'll actually hook on. It's sort of a rolling motion, though. Let me step out of their way. And I'm going to move over here. It's easier with two people, but one person could, in fact, construct this bed if need be. Now watch the way they do this. They're going to come in at an angle and sort of hook there. The last one is the hardest to hook, just because you don't have as much flexibility. That's pretty much it for the bands. The more pressure that's exerted on the bands, the tighter the joint becomes. You'll see that this joint here is slightly gapped, and with weight that'll actually get tighter and tighter. They're now setting up the slats that support the deck system. Two of the slats have been notched and drilled for a wood screw, and I have in my hand actually the wood screws that'll be provided. These are 2-inch long number 8 wood screws, and these are basically designed just to keep the bands from flexing out with time. You have anywhere between 5 or 6 pieces of decking. On most of the beds with the hook system, the two ends will be mitered. These go into the far corners. And that's to work around this corner here. There's a dado, or a groove, in the head and the footboard that the decking slides into. And you can see Hector's getting right there. You set the decking into the shoulder of the slat. And typically you build from the outside to the center. And you'll see why here in a second. Let me move to the other side here real quick. The decking is cut about an 1/8 inch less than the width of the bed, and it is not a super tight fit on the length, but what is required, because it is close, is, watch Kevin here, he's going to lift the slat to capture the decking into the shoulder of the dado. And you can hear a little rattle. It's just the right fit. If it's too tight, the bed has a tendency to squeak. And if it's too loose, obviously there's too much rattle, so we do make a point of trying to get that really accurate. The wood screws, we'll typically put one here and say here, and this is just to keep everything together, keep it from flexing or moving. If you want, you'll need a cordless drill. To run these by hand would be pretty difficult. No, just go ahead and run that one. It's a Phillips head. That's just the final touch to keep everything from moving around and shifting. One of the last things to be said about a bed is that it can easily get racked out of square. So when you're placing it in its final home, you want to check the edge of the decking, and if it's in fact looks like it's crooked, you can shift the bed a little bit and straighten it out. The reason why that's a point is because if the decking rubs in an odd way against these side bands, it may have a tendency to squeak. So just true up the bed, slide it in position, and you're done. That's pretty much all there is to this. If you have any questions, give us a call at the shop, and the phone number is 877-999-9663. And thanks for buying from us.